Good morning, students. Today we are going to draw the development of the cone. You can see the solid of cone. So this is the cone, and it is having the circular base at the bottom and apex point. And when it is cut at one of the slant edge and curved surface surface area is open, then you get the development of that cone. Simply you get the plain figure of development. And to develop this one, you have to draw the top view of this one. When it is resting on the base, top view is a circular section, so you have to draw the circular section, and in the front view you will get the triangular shape, and in the development you get the final shape, this one. So this is simply the development of the cone. For today's class, a question is given. Based on that, we will develop the given section. A cone of base radius 25 mm and axis length is 70 mm is resting on its base on horizontal plane, so that it is cut by the sectional plane, and that is passing through the axis line at 25 mm from the apex and makes 60 degrees with the horizontal plane. And also base is cut at right side with radius 20 mm from the base corner, and draw the development of the truncated cone. So this given pyramid is cut at two places, one at the base and another one at the top side of the given solid. So based on that question, you can draw the following steps. So always a top view is to be drawn first, and in the top view you will get the circular shape. When you are seeing from the top view of this cone, you will get only circular shape. So that we have to draw here first. So circular shape with the given radius. The radius is given 25 mm. So 25 mm is given. So with that radius we are drawing the circle, and from this you have to project the points towards the front view. So before drawing this, we have to draw the xy axis line. So this is the xy axis line, and below to that one is the horizontal plane. On that horizontal plane you have to draw the top view diagram. Above to that one is the vertical plane, and in that vertical plane you have to draw the front view diagram. So already we have drawn the circle, and divide this circle into 12 number of divisions. Why we have to divide means to get the intersection point of that cutting sectional plane. So divide this into 12 number of divisions and give the numberings properly from one of the extreme end points. So I am giving the numbering from this left end points: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Like that you give the numbering. And then after, from the center point, through the center point, draw the axis line. Draw the axis line above to the vertical plane, and measure the length of the axis line. That length is given 70 mm. So measure that length and use mark the point at that height. And then after, through all the divisional points from 1, 2, 3, all the 12 divisional points, just to project the lines up to the xy axis line from each and every divisional points. From each and every divisional point you project the lines up to the xy axis line. Then after, join all those points with a straight line, so that you will get the baseline on the axis line. So you got the baseline. Then after, from those individual points, just extend those lines up to the apex point. So apex point is here, so draw all those lines up to the apex points. Whatever the divisional lines are there, so from those divisional points just draw the lines up to the apex point. So you will get the triangular shape with the number of divisional lines. So use only 2H pencil. Then after, whatever the cutting section is there, that cutting section is considered on the front view only, because it is given inclination with respect to horizontal plane, that will be visible on the front view diagram only. That is why I have to cut the front view diagram, not the top view diagram. So a condition is given that it is passing through the axis line at a distance of 25 mm it is passing. So this point from the apex is 25 mm, and at this point it makes an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal plane. So with the horizontal plane the angle of inclination is 60 degrees. So with that 60 degrees line, just draw the cutting plane, and this cutting section cutting plane is cutting the radial lines or slant lines at a different heights. So you have to mark all those points clearly. And one more cutting is also there on the base line, on the base, but that is in a cutting is with some radius. The radius is given 20 mm. So by taking the center point is this corner point and cut the solid by drawing the radius of 20 mm. So it is cutting in this direction. So you can cut from this direction or from this direction with radius 20 mm. So this is the bottom base cut by the radius 20 mm, and top one is cut by the straight line. So remaining so this one is removed and this one is also removed. The remaining portion is between this edge line. So now you have to highlight the front view diagram only edge lines. So in the front view in actually triangular shape, but it is cutting at this two portions. Remaining portion you have to make dark. So this portion is the remaining portion. So just dark this portion with a HB pencil. And in the top view, that is only circle is there. So that circle you have to dark, only circle. No, these lines are just divisional lines. Don't dark those lines. Just only dark the circle. And to draw the development of this cone, you have to take the one of the slant length, which is true slant length, that you have to measure. So in all these radial lengths, all these are equal in length, but in the front view the extreme end slant length only the true length. So remaining are having lesser than this length. That is why don't measure the length of this one, only measure the length of the slant line which is at extreme end. So that is maybe left side or maybe right side, but take one of the length of this one and measure this length, and with that length draw the curve. So to develop this one, so take the center point anywhere in here. So from this center point take the radius. This radius is equal to the length of this slant, and now drawing the curve. So end of the curve is decided by the angle. So that this angle can be calculated by using the theta, by using the formula R by S into 360, where R by, so this is the formula R by S into 360, where R is the radius of the base. So R is the radius of this base and S is the slant length, and 360 degrees is the total degrees. So by that formula you can get the inclination, but it is difficult to get that one. So easy way is to divide this given arc length into 12 divisions, because here we are doing the 12 number of equal divisions. So same number of divisions we can do the on this curved line. So wherever the 12th division is, last division is completing, from there you can close the line. So starting line is this one, ending line should be at 12th division. So initially just draw one of the arc. After drawing the arc, just to take the measurement of this arc length of the division and cut the arc for 12 divisions, because it is divided into 12 divisions. Same number of divisions you have to consider on this curved line also, that is wherever the 12th division is ending, from there you just close it. And from all those divisional points, just to draw the lines up to the apex points. So all these are the divisional lines, not the edge lines, only divisional lines. Draw all two divisional lines up to the apex point. So here also don't use the 2HB pencil, just use only 2H pencil. Then after you transfer the intersection points of the sectional plane onto this development. So here number of intersection points are there. So these number of intersection points you have to measure on true slant length. These are not the true lengths, that is why you are taking these points onto the true length. So the end one is the true length, that is why just drawing the parallel lines to meet the true length. And then after you have to follow the measurement and you have to transfer that line. So first line is this one, 1 2 0, this is 1 2 0, 2 2 0, like that. So one line is intersecting or cutting at this point, so just take the measurement from O to 1, this slant length only O to 1, and transfer on to this development. Similarly second line, so second line is this one, so cutting at this length, so measure this length 1 to O to 2 and transfer on to the second line 1 to 2. Here on this 2 line, 12th line is also coinciding, so that means this 2 lines are cutting at the same height. 2 and 12 lines are cutting at the same height. That is why measure this length and transfer on the 2 lines. So 2 line as well as on the 12th line, because the 2 lines are cutting at the same height. Similarly, next to 3 and 11 lines are there on this line. So 3 and 11 line is cutting this one. So measure the length of this one and transfer at a time on those 2 lines, 3 as well as 11th line. So 2 lines you have to mark at a time, so that you can reduce the time. Now next point is 4th and 10th line. So 4th and 10th line is cutting at this side, so measure this length and transfer on the 4th line as well as 10th line. Next 5 and 9th line. So here 5 and the 9 line is there, this is the intersection point, so measure this length and transfer on 5 and 9th line. So mark the 5 and 9th line. Next this one is the 6th and 8th line. So 6th and 8th line is cutting at this side, measure this length and transfer on 6th as well as 8th line. And last line is the 7th line. So 7th line is cutting at this side, you can measure directly here also because it is the 2 line, but here we are considering all lines here. So just to measure the length from here to here and transfer on the 7th line. So you got all the number of intersection points cut by the sectional plane. Then after, just to join all those points with a free hand only. Don't draw straightly, just with a free hand curved line, because that is a curved surface. That is why you have to draw with a curved line only, free hand, and also that lines are curved. And next, it is also cut by radius also at the bottom. If it is not cutting here, then no need to draw this one, but the second condition, it is the base is also cut by radius. So these cutting points you have to identify. So these are the cutting points, and these cutting points should be taken onto here. This is the 2 length, so you have to consider this point and transfer those points onto the bottom. So this is the base point, this is the line, 7th line. So 7th line, it is cutting here. So you can, instead of measuring the length from here to here, you can also measure the length from this bottom to this height, so base to the height. So 7th line, this is the distance, so measure this one, and from here only I have to transfer. Don't transfer the value from this. If you measure the length from here to here, then transfer the value from here to here. But here we are measuring the length from this point, so just transfer the same length from here to here. Similarly, second point. So second point is on 6th and 8th line. So that is here 6th and 8th line. So here 6th and 8th lines are there. So measure the length from here to this length and transfer on 6th line as well as 8th line. 6th and 8th line. Next, this is the 5th and 9th line. So these are the 5th and 9th line cutting here. So just we are taking on the 2 length and measuring this length and transferring on 5th and 9th line. So 5th and 9th line. And finally, so this is the cutting point on the base. So this base is the circular base. If it is a straight line, that is the circular base. So you cannot get the 2 length here. So to get the 2 length of this one, you extend the line downward onto the top view, and you are getting the 2 points on 4th, in between 4th and 5 and 10 and 9. So 4th and 5 you are cutting here, and in between 9, 10, 10 it is cutting this point. So you can measure the same value here from this point to this 10th and to that intersection point, and the same length you can transfer here from 10 to intersection point the same length is considered here also, from 4 to this intersection point. And then after join all those points. It is starting from this point, 4th point. So 4 to 5, 6, 7, and it gradually decreasing up to the 10th baseline. So you can get the line here. So here also you have to follow the same curved line, that is freehand line. And this portion is removed and above portion is also removed. So the remaining portion that you have to be make dark. So darkness can be get by the HB pencil. So this portion is the development of this given cone. So you can see the example of this one. So this is the cone and it is cut at the two places. So at the top you cut at the top we are cutting with 60 degrees of angulation. At the bottom base it is cutting with radius. So after developing, so you will get the shape like this. You can see the development easily. So this is the development of the cut section. So if it is not cut by any of the section, you will get to the shape of this development. But if it is cut by the sectional planes, you will get the different shape that you have to draw by using the proper transferring of the points. So in this way you can easily develop the cones. But here all these are the radial lines. So don't take these lines are dark lines, because here if you observe, this one is total, this one is the plane diagram only. So that is why don't draw any lines dark, only border lines. That border lines you can see here clearly. So this one is the border line, so it is only the dark line. But don't go for the dark lines of that divisional lines. Thank you.